Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, Gardening in Cold Spring Harbor. Welcome back to my home garden in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. In my opinion, there is nothing better than walking through your home garden and eating delicious cucumbers right off the vine. But what happens if the cucumber which you're eating is just bitter and absolutely inedible? Well, in today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 reasons why your cucumbers are bitter and how we can prevent that from happening to us in our home gardens. So for those of you looking for that online gardening channel, what your first tips, tricks, easy, yet proven gardening advice to take your home gardens to that next level. Don't go anywhere, guys. Stick around with me today. Start with going below this video and clicking the subscribe button. If you enjoy the content of my videos and want YouTube to send you notifications every single time I'll upload a new garden video, don't forget to click the bell icon as well. Now come with me. Let's get gardening. Let's dive right into that first reason why our cucumbers might be bitter in flavor. That first reason has everything to do with the variety of the cucumbers which you are growing. Pickling cucumber varieties happen to be naturally more bitter in flavor. Why? Because of all these large bumps that you would see on a pickling cucumber varieties. These bumps contain enzymes which make them naturally more bitter. Plus, the skin of your pickling cucumber varieties is also more bitter in flavor because of a chemical called cucurbitacin, which makes the cucumbers more bitter in flavor. That same chemical, cucurbitacin, also attracts cucumber beetles. So if you're trying to grow a cucumber variety which is less bitter in flavor naturally, try to grow cucumbers that are not pickling cucumber variety, such as your muncher cucumber variety. That is just one example. Also, why do we pickling cucumber varieties? Because the pickling process tends to take that bitterness out of the cucumbers. That second possible reason as to why our cucumbers might be bitter in flavor is not enough water. We must water our cucumbers heavily and deeply. Cucumbers are a fruit. Cucumbers are 97% water in their composition. And that majority of the water composition happens to be in the fruit themselves. So we deprive cucumber plant of water. What's going to happen? It's going to force our cucumber fruits to tighten their skin. That lack of consistent deep watering will stress our plant out. And by tightening that skin, we're also increasing the concentration of that chemical which we were just talking about, cucurbitacin. That chemical is not only in the stems of our plant, it's also in the flowers as well as in the fruit itself. So we must always remember to water deeply and thoroughly. Third possible reason why our cucumbers might be bitter in flavor is timing of your harvest. When it comes to cucumbers, earlier is always better. We never want to let our cucumbers go to maturity on the vine. The longer our cucumbers stay on the vine, the more bitter they will be in flavor. Many home gardeners feel bad picking or harvesting cucumbers when they're smaller in size because they don't feel like they're going to get the bang for their buck. But guess what? The smaller the cucumbers will be in size, the more sweeter they will be in flavor. And their skin will not be as tough and as bitter as well. When it comes to cucumbers, there's always that ideal size we are trying to reach. However, when it comes to growing and harvesting cucumbers, it's always better to stay on the safe side. If you go even one day past your cucumbers prime, that is when you're going to end up with bitter cucumbers. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. I just harvested a cucumber from my cucumber plant right over here. You could see how much smaller it is in size compared to the second cucumber, which I am holding. Not only will this smaller cucumber will be sweeter and more tender in flavor, it's also going to be more delicate inside. It's not going to have those huge seeds, which many of us don't like to taste when eating a cucumber. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Take a look, my fellow home gardeners. I'm going to break this cucumber in half, and you could see that there is almost no visible seeds inside. The skin is tender. The flavor is sweet, and the texture is so crunchy. This may not be as large of a size as you're looking to get, but guess what? The flavor is absolutely amazing versus this huge cucumber, which I honestly should have picked much earlier in the harvesting season. Now I'm going to break this cucumber in half and show you the difference. Look at the size of those seeds. You could see that the seeds are more visible. They're larger versus the small cucumber, which I harvested. And the flavor is absolutely not the same. The skin is more tough. You can taste and you can feel the seeds inside, and I can definitely taste the bitterness. Many worry about watering the cucumber plants because of diseases like powdery mildew. But I want to reassure you, my fellow home gardeners, if you are pruning your plants correctly, hence allowing for air circulation, you shouldn't worry about powdery mildew. Plus, if you're growing your cucumbers up and vertically on a trellis, also, there's no reason as to why you should be worried about powdery mildew. Plus, powdery mildew, which is a fungal disease on the foliage of our cucumber plants, is more common in the later growing season. Why? Because the temperatures get to be more cold and the weather gets to be more damp versus mid-season. So please don't worry about watering your cucumbers. Majority of the cucumbers which we see in a grocery store or supermarket that say greenhouse grown will be those edible cucumber varieties. They will have smoother skin, softer, thinner skin texture, less seed composition inside, and of course crunchy in flavor. Those are hydroponically grown cucumber varieties. Those are the ones that are grown in the greenhouse and receive plenty of water content. The fourth reason as to why your cucumbers might be bitter in flavor is time of the year. It's a huge misconception that cucumbers can only be planted and grown during hot summer months. In fact, if we plan to grow cucumbers only during the hot summer month, we will force them to flower, force them to set fruit. We will water them accordingly. Yet, our cucumbers will still be bitter in flavor. Why? Because of heat. Heat is stress. And that stress will force the skin of our cucumbers to tighten, hence be more bitter. Also, heat in a form of stress will push through our cucumbers to form seeds quicker. Hence, reproduce. Cucumbers' main goal is to reproduce, reproduce, and reproduce. Heat is the kind of stress that will push our cucumbers to do that, even if we don't want them to do that. So plant cucumbers earlier in the growing season, earlier in the spring season, or late summer, just in time for fall gardening. That fifth reason why our cucumbers might be bitter in flavor is pests. Pests suck the life out of our home gardens, out of the crops in our home garden, and not just our cucumber plants. Pests cause stress. huge stress on the plants in our home garden. Pests can lead to premature development, premature flowering, death of the plant in entirety if we don't notice the problem in time and take care of that problem from the very beginning. Different pests come to our home gardens at different times. Some come in the morning hours, some come afternoon hours. Some even like to visit during late evening hours as well. What should we do? We should take a stroll through our home gardens multiple times a day, not just morning hours when we're watering. And we should always look at the plant. We should look at the foliage, the top side as well as the bottom side as well. Also look for damage to your foliage as well. If you see any holes, any bite marks, that's a clear indication that a pest has entered our home garden. Now, what can you do? There are many organic, safe ways to conquer pests. You can use neem oil, insecticidal soaps, you name it, depending on what pest you're trying to deal with. Pests can also cause tightening of our cucumber fruit skin. Unfortunately, pests are attracted to stressed plants. It's almost like they smell them from a distance. Plant is stressed, here come the pests. So please, my fellow home gardeners, stay on top of them. Don't let them get on top of you. Very last tip that I want to share with you, my fellow home gardeners, before we say goodbye for this video, is if your cucumber fruit starts to get bitter, is there anything you can do to turn that case around, to make it unbitter? Unfortunately, not. Once your cucumber fruit is bitter, that is that for that particular fruit. However, fortunately, cucumber plants have a long lifespan. They keep producing for us and producing for us and producing for us. So we take the right measures, the right preventative steps, future cucumber fruits will no longer be bitter in flavor. This is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here today in my home garden in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. For those of you who enjoyed the content of today's video, if you found today's video to be useful, helpful, informative, don't be shy, guys. It's super easy for you to do, yet so pleasing and rewarding to me. Show me that support by clicking thumbs up below. Lately, many more of you have been writing comments to me, sharing your gardening experiences with me, asking me questions, asking me for more gardening advice. And I truly and sincerely appreciate each and every single one of you. I read each and every single one of your comments and respond to each and every single one of you. If you haven't yet subscribed to my gardening channel, Gardening Cold Spring Harbor, please don't wait any longer, guys. Do so today. It's super easy. Just go below this video and click the subscribe button. Click the bell icon as well if you want YouTube to send you notifications every single time I'll upload a new garden video. Stay healthy, happy, be well, each and every single one of you guys, and happy gardening. And I'll see you again in my new upcoming gardening videos. Bye, guys.